are so pretty, 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 pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty, 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 pretty.
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. It has been a while, but I'm back, and today I wanted to talk about consistency. Consistency has been a very, very big theme in my life for many years. I've struggled with consistency. I'm sure many of you guys have struggled with consistency as well. We're in the same boat. I have struggled with new goals. I have struggled with burnout. I have struggled with feeling shame and guilt about not meeting the societal expectation for what it means to be consistent. I had this image in my head of what consistency was supposed to be. And every time I didn't meet that, I felt so bad about myself. It has gotten so much better over time, and I think it's because I finally found what consistency means to me personally. And I think that's the biggest message that I want to go into today. There is no right way to do consistency. And thinking that there is a right way to do consistency, or comparing somebody else's form of consistency to your form of consistency, will drive you crazy. It will ruin your life, and you'll always feel insecure. And you'll never feel free to move forward. You're always going to stay stuck where you are, because whatever we tell ourselves is what's going to happen in our reality. So if we're constantly beating ourselves up and telling ourselves that we're not good enough because we're not doing enough, then that's like the self-image we're gonna have of ourselves. Somebody who doesn't do enough. So that's what I went through for a really, really long time, and it was painful because obviously we all have dreams and hopes for our lives, and to get to where we want to go, we have to put in the work, we have to take action, but it has to be sustainable. We have to take action in a way that still honors our limitations, that still honors our needs, that still honors our body. So it's this like delicate dance of, yes, we want to strive towards a better future, but we also want to respect who we are today and honor that when we decide how we're going to take action. And I think the very first thing that we all should do is to learn to catch ourselves when we're telling ourselves a story that is not true. We need to start being more aware of when we're beating ourselves up. And we'll know, because we're gonna feel bad. It feels bad to be judged. It feels bad to beat ourselves up. It's painful. It's not gonna feel good. It's not fun. So when that's the case, we need to step back. And we need to realize that we need to go back to zero. We need to go back to this neutral place where we're giving ourselves a choice. We're not shaming ourselves into action. We're not shaming ourselves for not being consistent enough. It has to be a choice rooted in love. That is the only way we're going to be able to move forward in a way that feels good for us, in a way that's going to open up the path to what we actually want. So, yes, going back to that 0 point, it's so hard, but remember what I said, like, the more you beat yourself up, the more you judge yourself, you're staying stuck in that energy, and you're just going to attract more of that energy. If you're feeling judged, that is like the energy that you're going to be living in. That is going to be your reality. Somebody who is successful isn't judging themselves all the time. They feel good about themselves. They feel okay about being seen by the world. And not only that, but for example, let's say that we do want to strive to be a little bit more consistent. Maybe that is our weak point, and that's my weak point as well. If we're beating ourselves up for not being consistent enough, we're just gonna stay stuck as the one who is not consistent enough. We have to honor that, you know what? Yes, I want to show up every day, but the me right now can't do that. That's too much for me, and I forgive myself for that. It's okay. I can fail at being consistent over and over again, and that's okay. I can still have permission to go back whenever I can. It's so simple. It's just respecting that this is the best that I can do, and that's enough. I don't have to compare my best with somebody else's best. And to realize that it's gonna get better. It's like a muscle. It takes time to grow. Don't scare yourself by doing too much too soon. Don't scare yourself by saying that it doesn't matter. You know, I used to do this thing where I'm like, if it's gonna be 5 minutes, I'd rather do nothing. And it was so disrespectful to myself and to my feelings and to my desires for my life, because that is just one point that I have to go through in order to become who I want to be. It's like part of the path, you know? I have to accept that person. I have to accept that version of me before I can go to the next version of me who's a little bit stronger than that. You know, I can't skip steps. But if I cannot respect the fact that 5 minutes is like what I can do, then I'm never gonna get to that next version of me who can maybe do 10 minutes or 30 minutes, or do you know what I mean? It's like I have to respect every version of myself that is bringing me to that version that is gonna be the most authentic and most powerful version of who I am. And honestly, I don't think I'm ever gonna get 100% there. I think that's the journey of life, just to constantly become a more and more truer version of who I am. But I think that involves such a brave amount of self-acceptance and self-forgiveness. It's so difficult, guys. I totally understand, because it has taken me years to forgive myself. And it also depends on what it is. If it means more to you, you may be prone to beating yourself up more than usual because it matters to you so much. So I just want to say, you're doing so great, better than you think you are, and just accept that you are where you're supposed to be. This version of you is taking you where you want to go. So have gratitude towards yourself. Oh man, sorry, I feel a little emotional. Have gratitude towards yourself and the past versions of you too, because they brought you here and they're bringing you forward. Don't deny yourself of that gratitude, that self-forgiveness, that self-acceptance. And I promise you, you will see how it all connects one day. I promise you're gonna look back and be like, whoa, I grew so much. I'm so much wiser, so much stronger. And that's only possible when you accept yourself so deeply and you have gratitude towards all versions of you, even the parts that are hard to accept, the parts that didn't know better, that made mistakes or made decisions that, you know, maybe weren't the best. But even then, that version of you was still doing their best to take you where you are right now. Okay? So if you can't do it, here's me telling you, thank you. Thank you for showing up every day, doing your best. Thank you for all the past versions of you that brought you here. And I'm sending you so much love and energetic support your way, because I understand that life can be tough sometimes, but I promise you, you are growing your roots. You are growing your roots, and you are growing the foundation that's going to bring you into a life that truly reflects who you're supposed to be. And I'm here for you. And even if it seems like, you know, you might not have a lot of people on your side cheering you on, here I am cheering you on. Okay? So that was my episode for today, and I hope you got something out of it. As you can tell, this is a very emotional topic for me because I've struggled with it for a really long time, and I'm finally feeling like I'm pulling myself out of it and becoming much, much stronger. So I hope we can become strong together, little by little, day by day. Okay, thanks guys, and I hope to see you around again soon. Bye.